Yo, what's going on? Welcome back. For those that watched my stream earlier today, where we officially finished this pack. We completed all quests 100%. And now we're going to be doing the world tour so we can show you guys off the base and spawn and everyone else's base. If I can remember where they are, we will go visit everyone's base. So again, thanks for everyone hanging out this morning. And thanks again, Kaudiana, for the resub this morning. I appreciate that, my friend. And so let's just kind of... Nuclear Craft is not in this pack. Nuclear Craft hasn't ported over to 116 that I'm aware of. It might be moving to 118 or 119, but it's not. At least when this pack was made, Nuclear Craft was not in it. Mechanism 10 was and is in this pack. It's one of the quest lines. Mechanism here, but Powa is extreme reactors, but no nuclear craft, unfortunately. So this is kind of where we started at. So this is our base, and kind of the lore behind this base was because if you guys watched my Chroma 2 playthrough, that was kind of set up as kind of Lost City-ish, but not lost. It was, instead of the buildings being in kind of rumbles, they were brand new. So we had the new civilization living there, the found cities. Nuclear craft takes thousands of hours to finish. You played it from 2012 to 21. Yeah, there's a lot to do in nuclear craft for sure. There's a lot of fun things to do. So with this base, kind of this is the people left the found cities from Chroma 2, thus becoming the lost cities. And as they were wandering through the Minecraft realm, they came across this. This is an abandoned missile silo from one of the military bases that eventually, well, that previously kind of destroyed some of the worlds. So they decided to kind of take over and build a new base here. So we have of course, our main area here. It's kind of where everything stems off of, is our basically just like a large silo. And then it came as far as making an atom splicer, which worked on 153,000 RF a second. Oh wow, that's crazy, man. Yeah, there's some things in nuclear craft where you can make a crap ton of power. So the first thing, of course, that we had to set up was our storage room, where we started off with our storage drawers here and down here. And our first way to kind of be able to tell what's here, all right, no worries, Kadiana, was we had used integrated dynamics. Now, for some reason, it's not showing up in here. Did I reset this? But integrated dynamics is normally pretty hard to understand. Yeah, see, it's not even showing in here. But anyways, there are ways to read your inventory through integrated dynamics. Display panel, the crafting interface. And there's a couple of other things. I'm trying to remember where they were. Or was it I thought it was integrated dynamics. Maybe it's a different part of integrated dynamics. But I know we had to go to the end. Integrated terminals, that's it. So at integrated terminals. Yeah, Cappy, what's up? We finished the pack this morning. We were able to 100% it. So we are doing the world tour this afternoon. So this guy right here, so the integrated dynamics terminal. So the portable storage terminal, and then these two guys, we had hooked up to our drawer controller and kind of back here to where we could kind of read what was going on. And I think I still have a terminal somewhere, terminal right here. So you don't have how many days? Oh, good question. Let us check the leaderboard. So we were at 16 and a half days. So roughly about what, 400 hours? 16.6 times 24, 398 and a half. So let's just call it 400. So 400 hours. So the integrated terminal was kind of easy to set up early game. You just have to go to the end to get some chorus fruit. And you have early game wireless storage. It's kind of difficult to craft with it. Once some of the server members started crafting with the integrated dynamics, we started seeing kind of lag issues. So we kind of nixed that. And I started to look ahead and saw one of the things that we needed for the late game was called the miraculous soup. So I started my farm kind of early. And this is my create farm, which learned more about create in this pack than I did with Chroma 2. So we have wireless redstone controls. Hey, Abby Navy, what's up? Welcome back as well. So this guy will come and harvest our crops for us. And normally I would do it like on the circular rotations like those are out there, which we'll go and look at. But I wanted to try something different. So I have this guy here, the sticky mechanical piston. So this is basically just like a large piston that pushes this guy all the way down here. And it'll harvest all of the crops. And it's nice that it will kind of like right click on it so you don't have to replant it. You like a grind in nuclear craft, you play for close to 10,000 hours there, and 17 different things max out. They took 15 hours. Nice. That's neat. I haven't got far in nuclear craft. Most of the packs that we have with nuclear craft and 112, there wasn't too much stuff that you had to do. I think the toughest thing to make was the quad s'mores, which required a ton of machines. But this guy will slowly, very slowly, because this thing's just being powered by 3 water wheels. So this was initially when I had no RF whatsoever. I didn't even set up that windmill yet. So once this guy gets over here, I'll show you guys. So it comes over here, and we flip it, and it goes back. I also had one set up over here to harvest my hemp when we needed hemp for our early days for immersive engineering. But I since turned that off so I can make the sub baby area. But we'll come back here, and I can show you the room. So right back here, so as you can see, this is what's powering it. It's really just 3 water wheels, and it just goes all the way back. One long piston, and then it will connect here, and then everything gets deposited here, and then there is, of course, a chute to put it into the chest. And then on the other side of this, let's use the Silk Touch one. I have brass funnels to basically shuffle everything out of here. And it comes under here on a belt and comes all the way over here to this storage area for all the fruits and the vegetables that were needed to make the miraculous soup. And they'll eventually come this way. By the time you sold your computer, you heard somebody had finished off all of them. There's 3 guys that played it from the start in 2012 with different tasks. Damn, nice. Here was our original orchard, with all the fruit trees. We initially started harvesting these by hand on the rare occasion when we were on the server. And then ultimately went to a phytogenic insulator. Now, kind of the chewer today, just to forewarn, this will not be kind of in progression day-wise, because I kind of forgot the order in which I did everything. We'll just kind of discuss things on a level. So right now we're on the ground level, and then we'll go to first level basement, and so forth. But individually they didn't play as long as you. Word. So then we started gathering our ether gas by milking the wither. This guy's been going from early on. This is one of the... Once we got RF, we set this guy up, because we set up our own little mini reactor specifically for this. I think this was back in like February? Question mark. And this reactor, I filled up this barrel with uranium right here. And it still hasn't even run through the entire barrel. I haven't had to fill it up yet. So, just to show you how good these extreme reactors can be if you know how to toggle them on and off. Which, until this playthrough, I had no idea how to do that. But Captive Gamers was able to show me how to set this guy up to where this only turns on when this gets below 60%. Right now it seems to be staying on all the time. Because this is 100% full. Weird. Whatever. This is only just powering this. But there's a way to make it stay on. Active while above. Yeah, so it's not... I don't know. Something got messed up. Anyways. I digress. And then, let me show you the farms out back. Well, while we're on this side, let me show you the mob farms. So, we have our wither farm down here. So, we have the automatic... We have the mob crusher to kill it. We have the wither builder down there. It's set up on a timer clock, so it pulses, so that way it doesn't build multiple withers on top of each other. So I think it's like a 300 tick delay, maybe, question mark. But it's long enough that it doesn't build a wither on top of wither. And then, of course, this guy will crush it for us. And then up here, we set this guy up way early on. This is the Cursed Earth, the new Cursed Earth mob farm. I've stopped like collecting this stuff because literally I have 4 netherite barrels full of freaking dimlets. Dimlets galore from the freaking Enderman. I just it just deletes the stuff now because I don't really care. Are we back? It's better internet now, it shows. I wonder what happened. And what's up, Imran? If you can hear me. You can see the stream again? Alright, cool. Alright, hold on. Minecraft is frozen now. What's going on, man? It's another day. Lovely afternoon. Minecraft worked perfectly this morning, but apparently it doesn't want to work right now. You know what you always say when electric things don't work? What, blow it up? Make it go boom, Abby Navy? Let's just hope that the bonk. Let's just hope that, being it was under the couple of seconds for Twitch, that it doesn't split up my VOD. Go to electric jail. No, smack it. Yeah. Well, it's working now. It's just Minecraft is being weird. At least we're having the issues now, and it wasn't earlier when we were actually playing the game for reals. Blowing up should only happen in game. It's still the same stream, yeah. I think so too, because I have it set up to where as long as the interruption is less than, I think, 30 seconds, it's still the same stream. But like Minecraft is like not loading in at all. It is not responding. So we may have to do a hard reset. So we just get to hang out and talk a little bit. Like my computer is not having a good time right now. That was weird. Normally my internet doesn't drop like that. My day has been lovely. Just been hanging out. I was able to relax on my new couch for a little bit. It's kind of nice. So I got no complaints. Java, end task. Thank you. Close. Yeah, it crashed to Java. So we got to reload the pack. How's your day been? Oh, a new pinball machine. Nice. I saw the one you posted in Discord the other day. And that was actually really cool looking. I was always a fan of playing pinball machines back in the day. Like, really any kind of arcade games. We'd always go up to the bowling alley. Because when I was growing up, my parents and I liked to go bowling. And they would have an arcade there. You posted a picture of the Deadpool machine. Word. Oh, I see it. Very nice. I like that, dude. That's cool, man. Y'all got some cool pinball machines. I know you're big on playing games and such, so that's neat. So do y'all like just buy them and play them for a little while, then resell them, or do you buy them and kind of keep them for forever, or? It's almost there, guys. It's freezing the data as we speak. Whatever that means. You can connect it up online and compare scores with other people. Word. After you rob a bank and are going on a road trip around the USA and visit all of us. Nice, Abby Navy. But don't rob a bank. Your dad keeps them nice. Don't need you getting into like real trouble. Yeah, I was to say, for Imran, you'd have to fly to Europe to see him. We got Imran, Jordy, Naga, and Nefarious are in Europe. And I think the rest of us are in America, besides District, of course, who is in Canada. But how are you supposed to get money? I mean, you could. Oh yeah, Surzan. Yeah, I forgot about Surzan. Can't forget him. I mean, you could always play the lotto. And maybe win the lottery. Because Puerto Rico is part of the U.S. So you guys should be able to participate in the lottery systems we have here, right? Or no? Do they have their own lotto? Lottery, please. I mean, shit, my dad just won like $5,000 off of a scratch-off ticket. On a second chance one, to where like you play the Powerball. Yeah. He won $5,000, $5,000. Oh, sorry. Yeah, he won $5,000 off a scratch-off ticket, and that wasn't even the winner. It was, yeah. Well, a lot of the ones that he's won, what I guess some of the ones that you can do is with the app, you can go and scan them in online as like a second chance winner. And it was one of the ones that he lost on. They had emailed him when he was driving up to South Carolina the other day saying he won $5,000 on a second chance. So he used that money to buy him pay off his new riding lawnmower. All right, so this appears to be where we left off at this mob farm. So as the world loads in, we'll come up and look at my pink slime farm. This is where we crashed last time. Welcome back, Abby Navy. So this is just running slowly. It's been collecting us our pink slime and liquid meat, which we're not doing anything with the liquid meat. But I use this setup because I thought it was a kind of cool little floating area. Like the world gen was naturally this way. So I was like, oh, this would be a cool area for like a little mini mob farm. So this is where we put our mob farm. And we just kind of use this area in front of our base the entire time as our mob farm area. I thought it was pretty cool. Let's go check out the immersive area. And then we'll check out the farms behind the base. So we kind of dug through here because we knew kind of immersive, it's like dirty machines and like the smoke and the noise. So we wanted that stuff away from our base. So this is kind of where we set this guy up. This was our initial power source. 3 large water wheels. We have 4 windmills that we're starting our kind of early power gen before we had true RF. And then we got our pump jack to get our oil. And then we eventually made all of the machines. So we've got the mixer. So just as a heads up, guys, if you have this machine in your world, make sure to put this one on an on-off switch, because it's horrible at like redstone. Like it wants to, like if it can't work, like if it's full and it can't output, like this brought our TPS down to a 5. So just a heads up. This is the first time I ever made this guy, the lightning rod. We didn't get much lightning strikes out here. And then this is, of course, our seed oil, ethanol to make biodiesel, which we made here, and the refinery for our early game RF from our diesel generator. The sawmill, which you need this for every like pity machine frame that's made, because it requires stripped oak logs. And then we have the sulfur recovery unit to make more sulfur. And then this guy here to make the gas, the diesel, and kerosene and lubricant. Right? What are these again? So I have sulfurized diesel, gasoline, and then this is lubricant. I'm just voiding this. Actually, right now it's all going into here. I have 21,000 buckets there. 281,000 buckets of sulfurized diesel. We were taking the sulfurized diesel and running it through here to take the sulfur out and flip it back into diesel, but I didn't really need that much diesel. And this was the first time that I ever made this multi-block structure here, the coker. This is pretty neat. This, what it does, let's show you. So you take bitumen and you chuck it in here, and this will fill this part up. And then what it does is it slowly turns this into pet coke. And that's one of the things you need later on in this game. And what it does is it spits out here. Now, these conveyor belts, this was not part of the original multi-block structure, but I was like, hey, what if we put these here? So we put them there, and it actually takes it all the way down to the barrel and deposits our pet coke down here. So it's actually pretty freaking cool. So like we can chuck this in here. Now you need to put like diesel in here, like gas in here. Diesel, right? Diesel, something like that. Or water. Yeah, water. And one of the outputs besides pet coke is diesel. So that's why this runs over here. So like underneath all of here is all the pipes underground, so that way they weren't above ground too much. I thought it was pretty neat. So once like this becomes brown, like all the way up here, then it'll spit out the pet coke. I was hoping we'd be able to see it, but it's slow, like super slow. And I used up all my time in a bottle earlier. Like we were at like 9 hours. We got down to like 5 minutes. But this will eventually spit out from there. Like I don't even know which block to like. Is it this one to fast forward it? I don't even know. See, it needs a lot of power. Like I was using gasoline. as an early power gen as well, because I had like tons of it from this machine. Like we had lots of gasoline. So I was like, well, let's try something new. And then, as you can see, we have like the compression dynamos running all of these machines. So then what you do is you take the pet coke and then you crush it and then you squeeze it, and that makes you your hop graphite dust. Which, of course, everyone knows you need the hop graphite for stuff later in the game, or to make like the electrodes if you wanted to make the arc furnace, but I didn't make the arc furnace. I don't know, did we actually have to make that this playthrough? We did. I just didn't make it. I haven't made that, so maybe next playthrough we'll do that. So you can see it's almost probably about done, because we have the gas. This is the diesel, the bitumen, and the pet coke. I just think it's a cool mechanic that it like turns one product, the bitumen, you mix it with water, and you get two other products. You get the pet coke and the sulfurized diesel. So I don't know how, I guess it turns the water into diesel. There's got to be some kind of mechanic behind it. I don't know. Alright, come on. Is it this guy, maybe? Or this guy? I don't know. I don't even know which block is like the main block. But like, to make this, you need the concrete. And it only takes the immersive concrete, and that's why you need the mixer. So that's kind of why we had to set and make the mixer. Yeah, it's like, come on. I want to show everybody how cool you look. Because I just kind of like, bloop, drops it out, and then it rolls across the conveyor belts. Because if you don't have the conveyor belts there, they just kind of drop there. So I'm pretty sure you could probably just put a barrel there, and it would accept it, kind of like input it in. But I don't know. I didn't try that. This is just going slow, but you can see it like changes. You can see like how it's like not so black up here anymore. It's almost to the top. And then this is coming up some more. It's actually pretty cool. It's the first time, like I said, that we've had to make this machine, because this wasn't in Immersive 1.12. Alright, here it comes. See, now it's flushing in the water. And there we go. So it's spitting all the pet coke out. See how neat that is? I think that's pretty cool. And it flushes it out. So I guess that's the water. Yeah, do you have any homework?
Oh, I forgot to check. I'll check.
Make sure you look, please.
Yeah.
And that's it for the immersive. So, and then this is the multi-block structure to make the rings that you need to get to the Sonic dimension. This guy was a pain in the butt to make the ring maker. But if you haven't seen the Sonic dimension yet, go check out my video on YouTube of the Sonic world. I totally like nerded out through that. It was super cool. But so then we also have our create farms back here. where we have our wheat farm. This is for the seeds for our seed oil, and potatoes for the ethanol. Kind of made this one three high. I had to put glass here because I initially had trees growing here. I had the cherry trees that you needed the cherry peaches for, and this guy was coming along sawing them down, and sometimes the trees would get, like, they'd grow because they grow like weird, and it would get stuck in this machine and it would break it. I'd have to come and reset it, so I just stopped it. Put glass there, and that prevented the problem. And then this was our create area. Of course, we have our windmill. This is more just for looks. This really isn't connected to anything. I just like the windmills. And we have our crusher. I want to do more with this next playthrough to where you can automate the crushing with the conveyor belts and having it sideways versus up and down like this. So I think I'm going to kind of mess around with that in the next playthrough. And then of course we have our crafting grid. We had to go up to a 9x9 this morning to finish out the pack. Oh yeah, some cherry ice cream. There we go. There we go. And welcome back, Kadiana. And we have all of this run by our creative motor that we were able to make. And then we've had to interchange some parts for fluids and presses and mixes, which we've done back here as well. I initially kind of had a sheep and cow farm back here, but they kept dying. So they eventually just went away. But we have 80,000 wool and 80,000 white wool, and then somehow they became rainbow colored, and now I have 100,000 rainbow wool. And then we have 1.9 million buckets of milk. And then there's a self-care reminder from Avi Navy. Make sure you guys take a break, get a drink, get a snack, all that good stuff. Gotta make sure we're staying healthy. And what's going on, Offset? How are you? Hope you're having a good day. And then I did set this guy up too, just in case we needed the fertilizer and the sewage. But for some reason, it stopped pulling in, but whatever. You think you can finally watch the stream normally? No worries, man. If you can't, it's live comes first. That's why they all go up to YouTube anyway. So that way, if you guys can't catch them, they were there for eternity. You keep forgetting Twitch chat doesn't support Markdown. Yeah. But then, as we started to get closer to kind of 9 months in this world, 9 months for the subs, I had 3 of my friends that were able to reach 9 months subscribing, because tomorrow is my 1 year Twitch affiliate versary. I'll be streaming technically I'll be streaming for 2 years come December. But tomorrow is when I reached the affiliate status 1 year ago. And then District Spark hit 9 months on 5/14, Potox 6/11, and Kadiana on 7/23. It should still have the hat. I don't see a reason why. Let's sleep. and they should come out. Yep, you got the mushroom hat. Potox has the swimmy hat, which I always think it's like a SpongeBob hat. And then Districts is the regular one. Hopefully Districts is still in there. Yeah, he's still in there. So we got Kadiana, Potox, and then District Spark. So I appreciate my friends. He's got the Pride sweater, which is kind of cool, and the hat. Appreciate my friend's support very much. And then, of course, we have our trophies up here, where we completed each. Yes, district is appropriate. So we've got them in order of when we completed them. So the first stream was on January 5th. No, January 8th was my first stream on Ragnamod 6. So it took us 4 weeks to get to the point to where we could finish up a chapter. And we finished the jellyfish mod first on February 5th. Then create February 12th. Then immersive engineering on February 19th. And then Psi, February 26th. RF Tools on March 19th, so kind of a bigger gap there. Eidolon 326. And then another month for our next one on Twilight Forest. Sonic Craft. Like I said, that was a cool one. Twitch doesn't have a desktop app anymore. I don't think so. I just go to Chrome. I have it saved. Oh, of course, we will show off the main cave. Because I totally nerded out 100% this stream. I'll tell you that right now. And then we did thermal and industrial foregoing. So on April 30th, we got 3 mods completed that day. Mechanism 528, so another month between these. And then Botania 2 days later. Blood Magic on 6/11. Powa on 6/18. And then we will hop over here. Forbidden and Arcanus on 6/18. Environmental Tech 6/20. Mahao Sukai, that was the first time we've ever completed that one. That was on 7/2 with Pneumatic Craft. Astral Sorcery on 7/9. Draconic on 7/13. Refined Storage 7/18. Resourceful Bees on 7/30 with Gobber and Mystical Agriculture. So it was another busy stream. We got 3 that one. So this is our second 3 for 1. Extended Crafting 8/6. The miscellaneous one on 8/13 with Power Gen and Woot. So actually we had 3 mod completions in a stream. So that was pretty cool. And then Rats 8/20. Project E on 8/22. And then today we beat the game. So as Kat mentioned earlier, you're currently using the web version, but the thing that's treated as a non-important program, so when you do other stuff, the audio and video starts to freak out. Weird. Yeah, when I go to Twitch, it's straight through Chrome. There's not a launcher anymore. I disabled it. So, from Sonic Craft, first we have the Cyclone. This guy is cool. You can get in it, walk. It's like a robot. It's like a horse where you can ride it. and I just think it's cool. Like it flies and everything. All right. But it's pretty neat. Now, this is the man cave. Welcome to the Sonic Man Cave. Yeah, Project E. That's what we finished up already. All of this is 116. Oh yeah, dude. Like I said, I totally nerded out this stream when we went to the Sonic Dimension. So first off, we have the Metal Sonic, which you can fight this guy as a boss. We have the Chaos Eggs. We have the save markers, and then we have Rogue, Knuckles, and then we have the Sonic arcade game. Boop 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 boop. And then this guy, the Death Egg model, and then we have Dr. Egbert, and then we have Sonic, and then these guys. So we have the original Sonic and a Sega Genesis, Sonic 2, and Sonic 3. The only thing that would make this cooler is if you could have a controller that you could plug into the Sega Genesis. And then Sonic plushies. And then we have Dr. Egbert. Rose, I think is her name. I can't remember. Amy. I was close. And then we have the Casino Night slots. And then Tails and Shadow. So yeah. I wish you could play them. Sadly, you can't. You can take the games out and the TVs turn off. And say like you had to blow in the cartridge to make sure it works. And then you put it back in. Amy Rose, so I was close. But it's just the loading screen, unfortunately. If you right click on it, you just take the game out. So I said it would be cool if you could hook up a controller to it and make it seem like you could play it, but it's as good as one can get. But yeah, this turned out to be pretty damn cool. So that was my man cave that I made. Alright, so that's basically kind of everything for the outside. Well, we have the solar panels up at the top. This was late game. So we had the highest tier solar panel. We had the rainbow solar panel. But this is what the base looks like. This was the biggest kind of one building base I've made. In Chroma 2, I made a bunch of a bunch of smaller building bases. But this guy is kind of like pretty big. You finished this pack in 1 hour. Yeah, it only took me 400 hours. But what's cool with these are like, so this is kind of supposed to be like a farm to where like we can open these. So say if like we needed to get like a draft of air in here or open it up because it's like a greenhouse with the glass was kind of the thought I was going for. That's why kind of the plants are on the outside. I thought it was pretty neat. So then we'll go down to level 1. So here we have the second storage drawers. Back here is kind of the brains of my refined storage system. we have our controller, we have our disk drives, we have an infinite amount of ones. So right now I have 398 million items in my storage system. You have never finished a pack in your life. Yeah, this is the first pack that I've ever finished 100%. Chroma 2, I got to 99% and stopped. I made the creative vending upgrade, but I didn't go through and craft a bunch of some of the other silly stuff. But this time I completely did it 100%. Back here is kind of where all of my stuff comes in through my ender chest into my storage system. These are all wireless transmitters, because I didn't want to have too many like cables running throughout my base. You just play it for a bit and then lose motivation. Yeah. And then got my sugarcane down here. These were all things that were exporting at one point in time. This is for mechanism, coal, my sulfur, uranium for other. This is for my fissile fuel. This is to make the uranium hexafluoride. Oh, it's an entangled block for something. Okay, honeycomb. So that must be at spawn. All right, so that's it for that. All right, so one of the first rooms that we got set up. Let me know if Twitch has any text formatting like Italian or I don't think so. So this room was for early immersive, and really we could probably stop this. Like, I don't need to melt down ender pearls anymore. So this is how I was getting my coal coke, and how I was getting my creosote oil. Had, of course, early tinkers here. Ah, there you go. Yeah, that's kind of italicized. So we've got the squeezer from Integrated Dynamics that we needed, like I was mentioning earlier, to make our first storage scanner. Enchanter from Eidolon, alloy smelter. Over here is the portal room. So these are all of the portals. For some reason, there we go. So we have the Undergarden. We have the Dimensional Dungeons, the Mining Portal, the Void Portal, Sonic, Rats, the Nether, and Lost Cities. So I think this room turned out pretty cool. I wish I had one more portal to kind of put here to kind of even it out, because that's kind of like off on its own. But yeah, whatever. So we come down here. So this is kind of this has been the workhorse of my base, basically the entire playthrough. My bees. I got into bees early. If you guys are going to play this pack, I recommend the same. Bees, as Cadiano would say, bees are life. Ooh, hit my mic, sorry. Kind of want to start a pack right now, word. Yeah, we'll be starting a new one tomorrow. Oh no! How did I run out of honey? And how are you not disappeared? Like, seriously, how did I run out of honey? Is that just a visual glitch? Okay, that's just a visual glitch. On the rare occasion of actually having motivation. Nice. That was just a visual glitch. What? What did you realize, Offset? So initially I was having these guys, something not cool, be pulled out vanilla through a comparator and redstone that you've never beaten Minecraft in survival. Like never beaten the dragon. Campfire dispenser with shears. I made them indestructible. So it would come in, and once it got to the stage 5, it would automatically harvest them, and then the vacuum hoppers would pick them up and throw them into my system. Yeah, I've done it a couple of times, but not often. I've not done it vanilla wise. I've done it in my modded playthroughs. But once we got to the apiaries, to these guys, then we stopped the vanilla harvesting, and then this guy right here is amazing. It makes 100 honeycombs per iteration, and the bees only stay inside for a mere second. So watch as these guys come in. See, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. You think you did it with your friends there, but you installed some plugins and made some commands for like teleporting or something? Yeah. Vanilla, yeah. True vanilla, I've never done it either. But this is how I've gotten all of my material. So as you guys can see, these are all my honeycombs. Like I have 13 million coal honeycomb, 12.8 million gold, terra steel, uraninite. So once I could stop like physically mining for something, I stopped. You're gonna try to find hopefully a good pack. Yeah, good luck. And then of course, what base? We have the carrot farm. This is needed for ethanol production from mechanism. But what good base would there be if there wasn't a kitchen? So we have our cooking for blockheads kitchen, to where we can come in and make our foods as we needed. Ultimately, we started throwing in our cloches towards the end game because we were running out of room. And of course, we have our botany pots. I still forever going to call these bonsai pots. You selected 119 kitchen sink quest, and there are no results. Oh no! Yeah, I don't think 119 has had really any good packs come out yet. This is our rats and draconic area. So I set up a rat farm early on because I knew we were going to need to get this guy, the chunky cheese token, and that is a very rare drop. And we're going to need the tome as well. So as you can see, this guy's been running for the entire, really like 7 months. And we've only gotten, 65? 90. And then even here, we've only gotten 66 tomes. Compared to 54,000 rat paws. 65,000 raw rat. So we've killed 65,000 rats and gotten 90 Chuck E. Cheese tokens. So that's why I set this up early. This was some early kind of processing. And then this is just kind of left over. This is making my tiny dry rubber. This was for blazing rods. We needed this to process our raw ore. And of course, draconic. So that's for this floor. So let's go down one more. Oh, I forgot this. This is what I kind of set up initially to make jelly babies, which I made a shop at spawn for that. What about a steampunk thing 118 pack with a touch of magic? That sounds cool. Yeah, that actually does sound pretty cool. So we will go see this later to where this thing makes jelly babies. And I set that up at spawn pretty early. So here is kind of my main automation room, one of them. Well, really, this is kind of everything for the most part. I know District was saying this the other day in his stream, like we didn't have to set up a lot of bulk parallel crafting this playthrough, which was kind of nice. Actually, I think a very bad mod pack might be better. Is that the name of the pack? So like I only have one redstone furnace, one induction smelter. This was really just to make this guy. And then of course the dissolution chambers. Oh, that's the name word. Rainbow furnace. This thing was OP. It smelts a stack at a time. This was our automation for Psi. And then these guys for environmental tech. And then this guy to give buckets of lubricant for pneumatic craft automation. And then this was to make my plastic also for pneumatic craft. And then, of course, power storage. But that's really kind of all of the automation that I set up. Except for mechanism, which is below. But there wasn't even that much in there. And then we have our magic room. I kind of like the way this turned out. I wish I could have done a little bit more with decorating here, but I'm still learning how to do decoration. I'm not that good. I'm getting there. So this is all functional for the most part. So this is where we would make our soul shards. This is where we made the Eidolon sword. So this guy here spawns the mobs, and then you can do the ritual to get the soul shards. The vacuum hopper picks them up and chucks them in here. We kind of have that set up down here with the essence. And then we have our ritual table where we sacrificed everything really to make the stuff that we needed for Eidolon. This was our crucible where we made all of the stuff. That was actually cool because this was the first time that I did this, and I truly kind of liked it. Looking at the mod pack, maybe not. And then this over here is more for decoration. This is where I found the pedestals. And then we have Ars Nouveau. I'm a big fan of Ars Nouveau. I wish it was implemented more into this mod pack. It wasn't at all until the end game, and you only needed it for one craft. But I made it so I can make the spell book, so that way we could have our lovely little lights, because I didn't want torches all around my base. So once we got to that, I got rid of all the torches and was like, yeah, let's have that. And these are the armor from Eidolon. Oh, that just glitched in. And then this was early game mining as well before I got into environmental tech, to where we have... Oh, hi, Mr. Creeper. I don't think I have an arrow. Hold on. Seems like there aren't many mod packs on Modrinth. Yeah, I don't play that one. I only play Curse Forge, so I'm not sure. There we go. So this guy got all of this stuff. It was more to get this right here. I have one in the nether to get the debris. And then that also... There's something else that I needed from here. I think that, then doomium, and then uranium. But this was just kind of in here for little things that we needed. Alright, so then we had our psi room in here. So we had psi that we started with, and this became also the de facto mob cage room. So like all my mob cages are down here. This is where we were messing with RF tools, like the dimensions. Searching on CurseForge is so slow. Oh no. So we were kind of playing around with this, learning that. I still don't understand RF tools dimensions all too well. I still kind of need to muck around with it a little bit more. This was one of the second reactors that we set up. And then back here, like, see, this one hasn't even gone through all of that yet. We have some ugly cables. So this is making my latex. And then back here, we are making inferium using the construction and destructor things from RS. And then in here, speed upgrades. But down here, we have the Fortune 3. And then we are also doing it with dimensional shards as they come in from our void ore miners. And I just put this kind of behind everything so that way it didn't have to see it because it kind of looks ugly. There we go. And then we have our trophies from the Twilight Forest. And then these are basically everything that we had mob cages for. So we have Guardian Gaia. We have 7 of them because it's so slow to get the Guardian ingots. The Gaia spirits, I mean. And then we have the dragons, which kind of helped some of the other server members. And then I had 5 for the Ender Dragon, because we needed a bunch of that stuff. And then Hydra, Creeper. This guy is a Titan, Magma Cube, Magma Cream. I forget what was in that one. This guy's a turtle. We had a bat because I needed the wings. Here's our Endumium. And then these guys were set up for the legendary blobs initially to get these guys. But I needed a graveyard. The Ecto... This guy, Ectoplasm. So we set that up. Eat some more ice cream. We'll come down another level. And this is where we got into the miniaturization, because we needed to get into this to make the first thing for... Wasn't this, it was for... What was it? Not mechanism. Industrial foregoing. Yeah. No, not for this. What was it? Miniaturization? What's it called? Compact crafting. Compact crafting uses. So I can make those. So it makes the mob cage. And of course, thermal. That's it, thermal. So that's how you got into thermal, to make it for the first time, and then you could use the induction smelter to make them going forward. That's how they gated you there. And of course, we have some other cloches. And this guy was making, I think, sand. Yeah. Igneous extruder. And then here's my mechanism room. So like I said, there isn't even much automation here. This just 3 times the raw ore that comes in from our laser miners, the one that was up there. And then this just makes the stuff needed for mechanism. So this is the combiner that you need to make, what's it called? Bless you. Combiner. Uses. Anyways, you combine it with like steel, a steel casing. It's one of the machine frames. And then we have the ultimate riches to make the alloys. Alloy. This makes refined glowstone. This makes something else. This is fully set up to make the refined obsidian. So the obsidian gets made here, gets pulverized, put into here. Diamond plates get into here. It gets changed into the refined obsidian dust, which is in here. And then you could turn it on to make the ingots, but we turned it off because for TPS issues. Crusher. Here is to make the ethanol to supply all of this room with power. This was made for the mecha suit. And this we needed for the osmium crystals for the end game. And then we needed this morning to make the creative energy cube full of antimatter, because we have the creative chemical tank. Like the idea of Valhalla having a system of skills, but from what you understand, it doesn't have much, if any, tech. I've heard some good things about Valhalla. I don't know if you're reading Vanilla Plus. Yeah. If you want just create Above and Beyond, it looks like a good pack. Now, this room turned out really freaking cool, in my opinion. This was our extended crafting. So this makes our creative essence. So like if I have 11,000, but hey, make me one. This is fully automated, so see everything kind of pops into here. It's all done through XNet, which is below the ground here. There are 10 levels in between floors, so that way it allows me to run all the pipes and everything that I need. And then bada bing, we get the rainbow effects to make the creative essence. This was just a bigger power. This was my reinforced reactor that I made. This was to make plutonium. As you can see, there's not much. I can even click on this one. Oh, wow, look at this. Oh, yeah, see, we've had some block update issues because of the EMC makers. That is unique. That's the first time we've seen that happen. Interesting. Is that still... Yeah, it's still not even formed. There must be some other issues up there. maybe. Oh, gotcha. But there are multiple Valhelsia packs. I don't think I broke it, Kadiana. I think the EMC makers did. But we have the plutonium that we need. Ah, there it goes. It just finished. And then, of course, we have our extended craft ender crafters. And then this guy, fully automated to make crystalline, as well as black iron ingot. There are 41, I believe there's 41 nitros in there to make those. I just really love the way this room turned out. It's really freaking cool. And then, of course, we made the mecha, not the mecha suit, multi armor this morning. This just looks really dumb. I'm not going to wear it. And then here's the Britannia room. So you got to remember this. The lore of this is an abandoned military base. So this was kind of the area, the off secret area, to where they were trading and having talks and dealing with like the aliens that you can get, say, through like Alfheim. So hence the caution door. This one's not open like the rest of the room. We have the warning sign. So you come in and we have our Britannia room. So here these are all everlasting guilty pools now, because of course we have the ability to duplicate everything. You're getting stuff like Half-Life vibe. Okay. But we have all the armors. These are kind of protecting the Alfheim portal, because we can go in there to Alfheim. Over here we have ebony and ivory, fully automated. We have the string cheese turning into mana string, fully automated. That was one of the big gates to get into like refined storage, was like string cheese and mana string. It was a pain in the ass. And to do like the infinite, like infinite, like to make this guy. Oh well, cause really, it requires way more than 4. Oh, it's because I have 262 available. But normally it's like tens of thousands of mana string. Someone made a create below and within instead of above and beyond. Too funny. But I like the wall. We kind of did that differently, because again, that's to the portal to the Alfheim where, the elves are. And I'm just a big fan of elves. If you've seen my Lost Ark playthrough, I only did a couple streams, but I've made guest appearances on Kadiana's stream. My character is a sorceress, but she has elf ears. I just like elves. And then we've got Mjolnir, or Thor's hammer. All right, and we'll go down one more floor. All right, so this is our Singularity room. Of course, Mystical Agriculture Infusion Altar. And this is where we have the big crafts set up to make our ultimate items. So we started with, of course, the solar panels, because I'll tell you right now, those were a pain in the ass to make. The solar panel 7s, I probably had to make, no joke, like 300 or 400. Kadiana, I have no earthly idea how you did that manually, but I had to automate it. I think you're going to try to create above and beyond. It seems like you like it. Tech. Yeah. from what I saw of some parts of the playthrough for Create Above and Beyond, I liked it. And then we have another. This is the Solar 6 and 7. Here is the Ultimate Meat Skewer, which we needed for the Sphere of All Things. The Miraculous Soup, again needed for the Sphere of All Things. The Ultimate Singularity. Ultimate Honeycomb. This was the Ultimate Ingot, but it kind of got just messed up. And then the Ultimate Lattice. Talent. You're just used to a manual process versus automation for a lot of things. You remember seeing Chosen play it? Yeah, I think Chosen played it, but I watched Matrix's played on Twitch for a little while. It is 116, but yeah. And these are all part of my singularities. Well, let's go into here. This is my pneumatic craft building. So you can see it's like block update issues. And I think it's the EMC makers. Like, these guys are truly here. They were here. And it's forged, but So I have my 2 pressure chambers, one on each side because, symmetry. And then everything to make all of the items here needed for kerosene, LPG, gasoline, diesel, liquid plastic that we needed. This is making the glycerol. If you guys start playing this pack, I highly suggest you get into the fluid mixer and get to it early, because you need glycerol singularities. You need a lot of them. And this is slow. I don't think I barely made a stack. So you at least need about a stack. And there's 5,000 per. So start it as early as you can. Is all I'm saying. This is fully automated too. So I like pneumatic craft. I know, Kadiana, you don't like it, but I do. It's fun. And this is our draconic setup. This is where we fully set up automation for draconic ingot. If you just make one, you can open EMC and use that to make the rest. True. So in this pack, to make the first draconium ingot, right, you need this recipe right here, guys. And you have to do this enough to make either enough to make a seed. So 4 ingots to make the draconic seed are 10 ingots to make enough for 9, really just 9 to make a block so you can breed a bee. Yeah, 1 singularity, exactly, yeah. I tried to go and make enough for the bee. I couldn't get that far because this only has an 80% success rate. And to make, for every creative essence that you make, it is 1,000 insanium or something like that. It's insane. So I fell quite short. I did end up having to borrow a couple, I think 2,000 or 3,000 insanium essence from District, and ended up making the seed. That wasn't my original route that I wanted to go, but plans change. And I initially had 2 of these down here. The one that's up on the 2nd floor, I had originally set up over here. But if you guys aren't aware, you can't have two draconic crafters on the same level, like the same Y level, or they have to be like 30 blocks away. Because every time this one would craft, because I used the hovering hourglass as my redstone, it would mess up the crafts. So I just moved it up there. And then now we move to my favorite room of this entire playthrough. I am super happy the way this room turned out, and also I know it's Abby Navy's favorite too. And that's exactly why we're looking down, so we can have some suspense, because this is my blood magic room. And ta-da! That just looks so cool. So we have the Mahao Sukai rotating thing. What's this called? The projector. But also you can see behind it, initially before I put that there, I had actually put a pentagram with red concrete in the roof. So that was before I knew this block was in here. And now it just looks just badass. Like, you come in this room, you're like, oh, it's just your standard blood magic room. You're like, oh, what? That is so cool. At least to me, sorry. And then we've got kind of some chandelier, I guess, goblets with the fire and the void water coming down. Just looks cool. Yeah, I give it 12 gigs. But this is a tier 5. It was semi-automated with XNet, but kind of stopped that. And then we have a fully decked out Tranquility Garden. So we have tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. So we get the most tranquility that we can from this thing, 200%. Yeah, it's like 309 mods. It's pretty heavy. And this takes you to the Blood Magic Dungeon. We can check that out real quick. This is really cool. We only went to 2 areas in here because I only had 2 keys. But you can make the keys and go into there. Let's see if we can make a key real quick. Just for funsies. Oh, no, we can't. We will be starting Animatica 6 Expert tomorrow. So in here, the purpose of this room, you guys, this dungeon, is you come in here and you can get the saturated tau, or at least a tau that you need to make saturated tau. Yep, E6E. And I know there's other stuff in here too, which is pretty neat. The dungeon was the first time that's come to Blood Magic in 1.16. And then we also have below this, I initially had my Well of Suffering down here where the cobbled dacite is. But once we were done with Blood Magic, I took it down for TPS issues. And then we built this morning. So look, Kadiana, there was enough still left over to make more crystals. So we had to do the faceted crystal ritual this morning because we needed the steadfast will for the final couple of creative items. But we have that basically below us right here. That way it's out of view, out of sight, out of mind. And we'll come down to the basement layer. So this is strictly all quantum compressors. So this is the last of them. So I did all 81 quantum compressors for all singularities. I had the one machines here from Cyclic to make the amber, crystallized amber singularity. If you guys get to that point, started early as well, just like the glycerol. It is slower than freaking molasses. Towards the end, I ended up having 40 melters and 20 solidification chambers just to keep it going to get to a stack of singularities. And this, excuse me, there's expert and non-expert. Yeah, there's Enigmatica 6, which is normal mode, and there's Enigmatica 6 expert, which is highly expertized. Yeah, your chest setup was doing work. Yeah. So basically, the whole idea around my base was built around this guy here. So this is like the power supply for the military base. So it's like the nuclear reactor, the super secret military stuff that only the military had, that can use like lasers and shit to power it and keep it going. What does what even mean, offset? Sorry. Some real Half-Life vibes. What, am my base? I'm not understanding. Are you talking about the pack? Sorry. Exactly. It's some crazy stuff. Cadiana. Here's all the creative items that we made. Oh, Half-Life about the pack. Oh, gotcha. And then, oh, my base. Gotcha. Oh, yeah, haven't seen Half-Life, so I don't understand the reference. Sorry. Or I haven't played the game, but that was basically the idea. Was from the top, you could see the draconic ball, basically kind of powering everything. So we are at basically bedrock level. Oh, you can see it, Imran? Okay, gotcha. And here is my EMC room. I am surprised these guys are still running. I turned these off 2 days ago. Basically, portal to alien hellscape. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I can kind of see that. So these guys no longer have any power, but these are EMC makers. They make EMC clumps. These guys here that provide a ton of EMC. Yep. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. Be right back. Alright, sorry, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so like I said, these guys will run out of power eventually. Oh, actually, they've run out of enough power. Can I just, like, break you? Because, like, these guys are causing, like, a lot of our block update issues. And then we just have a ton of EMC flowers with some accelerats, 16 on each. Good tip, guys. The most rats you can have in a block space is 16. I had a bag of rats with 30, placed them, and 15 died because of entity cramming. So just an FYI. But as you can see, these will speed up the block above and below. So both of these. So this one's speeding up this one. This one's speeding up this one and that one. And look how fast our EMC is coming in. Yes, don't overfill your rats. But I've never seen EMC get up that high. 1 sextillion. I didn't even know that was a number. Did not even know. Yeah. It's a lot of EMC, Imran. And then here in the basement, of course, the military is working with secret stuff for mob farms. So we have our loot farms down here where they're working on getting the drops. It's like a quadrillion per tick. Yeah. You have million, billion, trillion. It's going up pretty fast. It's supposed to go up 1 trillion a second, but that's going up way faster. What's up, Gnarly? We needed it initially for this guy down here. The final star. This guy right here, which required 6 that's million, billion, trillion, 6 quadrillion EMC to make it. But that's the main reason, because he needed 8 shards to make 1 final star. And to make a shard required 8 colossals. So we just needed a crap ton of EMC. And then that's really why I've turned off those machines for the most part. Because now that we're done with the pack, I don't need any more. Once the world tour is over today, I'll probably put the rats up and take those down to help with server TPS. It's way too much EMC. Well, there's never such a thing as too much of anything when it comes to modded Minecraft. I've learned that lesson. You need a ton of stuff. But we have 10 loot farms, each various levels 2s, 4s, and 5s. And they mirror each other, of course, for symmetry purposes. This is our Quarkatron to make our Quarkonium. The sole purpose that we set this up was to make fairy ingots. This was making tar. And then back here was the area that I had for my crystallized amber, where I had 40 melters and 20 solidifiers, but I took those down for TPS issues. And this guy is making our syrup. because we needed that for one of our quests for the fluid, creative fluid tanks. So that is the base. Overall, I am pretty happy with the way it turned out. Did it turn out exactly as I'd initially pictured it in my head? Kind of, but we got there and I enjoy it. Remember the days of Tekkit Classic? None of this back then, and certainly no shot of getting anywhere near the amount of EMC. Yeah, a lot's changed. But I also want to recognize Katiana for turning in her first cup of tea for her channel points. And we did have our first hype train. Got to level 2 on August 6th. So I was pretty ecstatic about that. So that does it for the base. Let's go check out Spawn next. Because I made a couple of builds there that I'm pretty happy about. And also, I think the way everyone kind of made Spawn this playthrough, I just think it's completely amazing. Yes, I would agree with you, Katiana. Best Spawn city ever. Yes, Gnarly, we finished up the pack this morning on stream. We 100%'d it. So that's why we're doing the world tour right now. And then tomorrow, we will be starting Animatica 6 Expert. Thanks, man. Thanks. This was my first pack that I completed 100%. Like, did everything. Like, everything. Like, we've got check marks everywhere. So, first, District kind of made this. First, let me get rid of that stupid waypoint. There we go. So these are all the people that played on the server. So we have Captive Gamers, Akumadori, Jordy, Potox, that is Naga, Imran, Cactus Bandit, Uni, Shifter, District Spark, this is his server, myself, and Katiana. So these were all the people that at one point in time played on the pack. And then during one of District Spark's, what's it called? One of his charity streams. What's it called? The thing with the little remote. Extra Life. He put this up for all the people that donated. It's going to a good cause. You can't say no to children's hospitals. And then we have this nice little spawn area. So we'll start. We'll pick a corridor. So we'll go we'll go north first because never eat soggy waffles. So north. So this was one of the first buildings made, the trading district. This was the Adventurers Guild made by Katiana. Where you can come in, take some refuge. There was a bed back here if you needed to sleep if it was nighttime. Nice little table. Katiana, exactly. And they would put up some quests for people like, hey, we need this or that. You don't want to download a launcher, so you can run the pack as a server and then copy the mods over Word. So there was a couple times where it was like, hey, we need rat pelts or this or that. So you can come over here and take a quest and get a reward. And then we have the library over here with all of the books, and tattered tomes that you could come in and learn. I thought this was pretty neat. And then down here is Jethro's scrapyard. So this is kind of where the server gods would be able to kind of help anybody out when they needed it for certain grindy quests. Yeah, we did lose so much when when the blocks broke. Yeah, not going to use the default launcher. So basically, the purpose of this was we figured out that the amount of mana, string, and chi, the amount of string cheese that you needed to turn into mana string to finish up the refined storage quests was stupid high, and it caused a lot of TPS issues with rats and stuff. So we set this up to where you can come and grab the string cheese if you wanted to do that, and then turn it into mana string yourself, or mana infused string. And I asked them to throw in some chaos shards because I didn't want to fight the chaos dragon. That's not my thing. But you could come here and take what you needed. It had an infinite amount, basically. Any reason why not? Because I didn't want to spend 20 plus minutes fighting him. And I saw Captive fight it. Captive did it, and it took him like 4 hours because he did it with crappy armor and swords. Potox and District, when they did it, it was like 20 or 30 minutes. For offset, sorry. Gotcha. And I think we continue this way. I think District put the power plant out here. One of his power plants. We'll just go running through the woods. I think this goes somewhere. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he definitely could have done it faster with better weapons. So we have the... This is where his nuclear stuff is for mechanism. I think this turned out pretty cool. So he's got his SPS chamber, his really large reactor, radiation barrels, and everything. So you can go downstairs. And this is all kind of self-contained, where the brine makes the lithium, and boiler, and the reactor. This was fun. I enjoyed watching him make this. And he made it out here just in case, because like if you break one of these barrels, the radiation will spread to like chunks around it. So he kind of made it out here in the middle of nowhere just in case we had a radioactive spill. I think it might be alright fighting the Chaos Dragon with your Morgan. Yeah, I mean, one would think, but if you haven't fought the Chaos Dragon in 1.16, the mechanics have changed. So you can't even go and hit the Chaos Dragon and take any damage until you knock out 16 pylons. You can't knock out the pylons until he knocks off the shield for you. So you have to stand behind them, let him shoot you with his attack, the little balls that he shoots at you. That will destroy the thing, knock the shield off, then you can break that pylon. And then you got to do that to the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one, and then do that. And then once you do that, then you can get the shield off of him. And then once you get the shield off of him, then he starts taking damage. So it's a pain in the ass now. It's not like before where you could go in and bum rush the crystals, take them out, and knock them out rather quickly. You've never seen it in your life, so maybe you'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, if you know how to do it, I mean, Captive Gamers did it in no gear whatsoever. Well, basically a radiation suit. But he had help from rats that gave him like infinite health, basically. And it literally took him 4 hours to do it. It's just, I was like, nah, I'm good. And then we have Catiana's shop as well. Another shop by Catiana, Bee's Knees 2. So she had a Bee's Knees in Chroma 2, to where you could come in and touch any of the honeycombs if you didn't want to do the quest yourself. So this was Bee's Knees 2. Then we have Shifter's Log Shop, where you can come in and get any wood that you needed. You know, I never went upstairs. What's up here? You got 4 hours to waste. You'll just wait until better gear. Yeah. Well, I mean, he could have done it quicker. He chose to do it that way to show to us that it could be done. Oh, here's where the wood's being made. Oh, okay. I ain't never been upstairs. And then we have Captive's Shop, which this has changed. This started off as one shop and then changed halfway through the playthrough for some more items that were needed. So we had tar, Oreos, slime balls, bat wings, and hearts and totems and other stars. So it changed as kind of time went by. And then we have, of course, the Twilight Tree, District's Portal. And then over here we have a Kumadori's Shimmer Moon Inn. Close all doors leading to the outside because we don't want the rats to get in. But this is the shop that a Kumadori ran. She would log on and she loves to kind of role play as the chef for the server. So she would come in and make all sorted foods. That's how we all got all the hearts that we needed. So we would come in and find foods in here, and they would change out every week. Had access to the kitchen and what they deemed Walmart, which is went to Naga's base once he got done with everything. But I thought this turned out pretty neat. This was also in Chroma 2. What's down here? Oh, I guess like a log book, so you can sign in. And then there is bedrooms, where you can come up and take a quick nap if you needed to. Oh, the Rat Mafia! The Rat Mafia made its presence known in Chroma 2 and returned for this playthrough. And again, we got rooms. I think they're all basically just generic rooms. Oh, what's in here? Oh, that was the first room we went into. Okay. And then this was another shop by Catiana. This was the butcher shop. So this was needed to craft the ultimate skewers, our singularity. So you could come over here and choose which one you wanted to make, and it would pour it in here. Feel free to use the chest, so you can come in here and make it if you didn't want to. And then another shop by Catiana. The Endumia Muncher, to where you can come and buy whatever you needed flower wise. I like the little moat around him, that's pretty neat. And then another shop by Catiana, the Ultimate Warehouse, where you can come in and get tar if you wanted to, and ultimate ingots. And you can hear the explosions going on at District's power plant. But also back here is a cemetery that Kaudiana and Kimidori worked on that I thought turned out pretty cool. Pretty spooky at nighttime. But you come into the cemetery, and then we have crypt number 1 down here with a tomb with a spooky chest where a ghost comes out. And then a Kimidori expanded this out. And then we have another crypt down here. These look really cool. What happened here? I thought there was... Oh! Go away, Mr. Ghost! The ghost started like scaring people at spawn. It was kind of funny. It was a running joke. Love the ghost on the power plant. Yes. And then you have the main crypt down here. This is really cool. I like this one. This one turned out pretty neat. Kimidori is really good at the decorating part. I'm not so good at that. So we will exit the cemetery. And then behind the inn, we have the greenhouse. 2 greenhouses. Another one for the plants. She's a builder near the quester, yeah. And then if we continue east, we come to the power plant. Turn that down a little bit. Because District did set up... Ah, that is loud. There we go. District did set up the mycelial generator, the rainbow generator for thermal. But this is all run by bees. So we have power reactors here. We've got the turbine, mechanism turbine here, 2 big reactors. And then this is the mycelial reactor. Oh, from Industrial 4 going. That's right. Don't forget about the secret door. Oh, yes, at the end. Yes. We'll go back. So this is pretty neat. So if you have this running, this makes 25 million RF a tick. So I think that's pretty neat. Just like the Rainbow Gen did. Alright, so now we can turn back blocks. Why is there a turtle and a llama here? Not gonna ask questions. Not gonna ask. Should be DC AC, not DC JC. Yeah. Oh, Captive did that. It makes 25 million RF a tick. Offset. So here's the secret entrance to the storeroom. Come down here where we have all the excess food used to be stored down here, but we've kind of ate through it all. Yeah, it's a lot. But it's more of a hassle to set up than I think setting up the mechanism turbine, which also makes 25 million RF a tick. So, I mean, to each their own. But you come out the back door and that's back here. Because you need a lot of stuffs to make all of them work. The Rat Mafia room. Where is that? Is that in here? I forget. Where that one is. Down in the storeroom. So down here. Oh yeah, there's like hidden doors everywhere. Frame door. Here we go. Frame door. No. Oh, that was her mine. Back here. Yes. Here we go. Here is the Rat Mafia room. See, it was so secret, I completely forgot about it. So this is where the Rat Mafia would come and have their meetings. So the Rat Mafia, they showed themselves in Chroma 2 when rats came around, and there was a secret room at the inn in Chroma 2, and they continued their presence on the server here. Who knows if they will show up at E6E? We will only have time to tell. Would have been funny to see a bunch of rats sitting on the chairs. Yes! That's actually a good idea. We'll have to tell Akumadori to do that next time. Alright, so let's sleep. Alright, so then so we went north. We've gone east. So now we're going to go south. Alright, so, well, this was kind of like a traveling merchant shop that I set up for the legendary dimensional orbs and Endumium. Without rats in the hog, we need a new Mafia animal theme. Yes. So if anybody wanted to come and choose their wares, they were more than welcome to do so. And this was a shop that I set up early on, once I had the bees set up. So you can come here and get double stuffed Oreos. Cake. Cake was a reoccurring theme throughout this entire playthrough. Kind of drove district nuts, but it was kind of funny. Milkshakes. And then bee ear, which was here. So the bee news. This was also made by a bee. These used to be all full, and then there was an update to the pack, and that kind of broke the counters, which destroyed all the stuff, and I eventually got around to fixing it, but didn't completely get there. Alright, no worries. So then you come out here, we have outside sitting, so if it's, a nice day on the server, it's not too hot, and you want to sit out here and eat some cake and have a milkshake, you have a table. And then you can sit next to the aquarium. This was a build that I made kind of early on, once we got the jellyfish mod done. Of course, there's no power to this, but this was an elevator. So use your imagination. This would bring you up to here, to where you can see inside the aquarium. There were a lot more jellyfish in here at one point in time. We did have to take them out because of the mob pathing kind of is horrible for TPS. But I think this turned out pretty freaking awesome. I did have a dolphin in here and a glow squid. But the dolphin despawned, and there's the glow squid. But I really liked how this turned out. This was really cool. And this was supposed to be kind of the gift shop area of the aquarium, because what aquarium doesn't have a gift shop? Everyone that I've been to has a gift shop. So if someone wanted to come down here and touch all the things to complete the quest, they were more than welcome to. And we had the other items in here, so they could complete the entire jellyfish mod quest. And here is the armor for that mod. And then another shop by Kariana. which was the Spawn Zoo. So we've got some polar bears, a moo bloom, with a cat on their head, a couple of pandas with some fancy hats and glasses, some puppies, some penguins, and the questing ram from Twilight Forest. I think at one point in time there was supposed to be a second floor, but she didn't get around to doing that. And then if we continue this way through the forest, we will eventually come to District's B area. And I think this turned out... Wait, go back to the zoo. Okay. You didn't put those in there. I think Captive did. Someone else expanded. Yeah, I think Captive did, maybe. Because there's some wolves, pandas, mushrooms, and polar bears. Because I know you did the penguins and the questing ram. Get back in there. You're sticking out, sir. But they're in here now. I say hashtag blame captive gamers. Whose butt never stays put. Yes. All right. And I really liked the way District did his B area out here within the cherry blossom trees. These are really pretty trees. The pinks and the whites. Definitely going to blame Captive on that one, but love it. Yes. So down here we have the bee sanctuary. So it's very pretty. You come in, it's kind of Romanesque with the marble pillars and the lattice. And he had all of his bees. Each stage, well, not stage, but like each quadrant had their own that was in accordance to how they were grouped here, which was a smart way to do it. They got the Kumi's seal of approval. She loves how it fits the biome so well. Yes. It was very pretty. And then you come downstairs, and he's got all of his storage. He's got the brazier, so no mobs. Way too many tier 5s. And his breeding room. So pretty neat, all in all. I enjoyed watching it being built and come along, and he did fantastic in my opinion. So then now we will continue. Why is there arrows there? Oh, hi, Mr. Zombie. We'll continue westward. Do. And I think this is the first spawn that I actually enjoy walking through more than flying through, because I get to see all the cool stuffs. Because it turned out very pretty. So now we will head to the admin district in Dragon Forge. So first we have this building here. And it should be noted that the hidden tiki, this prank went on for a long time before anybody even noticed. And no one noticed until I said something in one of my streams. And Katiana watched it in her VOD. And no one saw the buttons that I put on to make it look like a tiki. Alright, take it easy. Offset, thanks for stopping in. But this was District's Botania area. And Undergarden. There's this Undergarden portal. It's a nice little area. He's got his Britannia area. It was discreetly done. Exactly. And then kind of the support, the mana pools for up above. And if you're not paying attention, you're not going to see it. So we come this way, and we first come to the tavern, the Black Crow Tavern. This was built by District Spark. Nice little dark-esque looking bar. You go upstairs. Oh, I like this. What is this? Brown mushroom block. Oh, I wouldn't have thought to build walls with that. But that complements the dark oak very nicely. I like that. I like that a lot. I might steal that idea. But here is the true secret. You go downstairs, past the kitchen, into the basement. Dun, dun, dun. This is Avi Navy's dungeon, number 2. You're like, oh, we're getting lots of skulls. There's a mob cage. Oh no. So scary. And then here is his blood magic area. This turned out really cool. He's got his blood magic altar. There's the dimension. And instead of using a well of suffering, he went with the Woot farm to make the life essence. And he has, of course, the life essence flowing out like blood, coming out of the walls too. Now this is still a work in progress. As you can see, it's not fully completed. The Rat Mafia's competition, yes. But I think it turned out pretty neat. District always does a good job with his blood magic rooms. He did a really stellar job last playthrough as well. He's a superb builder and decorator. Alright, so we will continue onward. And first, we'll go this way. So here we have the Lego building, which I've dubbed it the Lego building. I don't know the official term, but it's a build by District Spark. This is his nomadic craft area. Really nicely done, all nice and neat. XNet controls everything. It turned out really cool. And we got some cloches for some of the stuff needed. And then, of course, you got the construction bricks trademark. They're giant Legos. Let's just call it what it is, folks. And down here is his Draconic Evolution crafters. Because like I was saying before, you can't have them on the same Y level, but you can have them on different Y levels and they won't mess with each other. So this turned out pretty neat. It's a good contrast with the black and the white. And then we will go down this route over here. And here's another build by District. I forgot the name that he called this, but this is his extended crafting. Not extended crafting, but better end room for the most part, and his mob cage. He's got his mob cages up here, and then RF tools dimensions. It's really neat. I like this block, the Flavolight. I didn't think to build with that, but it's a good mix with the teal teal glass. Very pretty. You come down here. I forgot what's down here. Oh, his miniaturization room. So good way to put that down here. Nice little touch with the Aurora crystals and the stairs, I think. Alright, so we'll go outside. On to the next building. This is the quote-unquote jail the district made. This is his mob farm area. To where he's got his wither builder, which I think has all been turned off. The wither milker. It's got 19,000 buckets of ether gas. This is where it's getting pink slime and liquid meat. And then this is kind of the mob drop room. Ooh, that's cool. A wardrobe. I didn't know you could do that. And then what did he have upstairs? Oh, nothing. Oh, he literally turned the dungeon into it. Oh, I thought, oh, yeah, that's right. So this is like a legit like dungeon that you can go through and clear out. And he turned it into the his mob farm. That's right. I remember now. Like, I'm remembering all of this stuff because, like I said, guys, we've been doing this for like 7.5 months. It's been a long time. And then next we come to my castle. This is the Dragon Forge. This was fun to make with the help of Katiana. She helped me make some walls and the roof. But these are all right. These are all my dragons. Hi. So that way you can come in here and use it to make all of the dragon steel. It's all right. It's okay. All the dragon steel that you need. Yo. Operated C. Thanks for the follow. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Almost said Saturday. It's not Saturday. But kind of left the sky like a big skylight for the dragons because, you know, kind of think they can come and go as they please because they're not held captive here. They're not like chained or anything. So they're just here chilling, doing the work. And we got the drawbridge. And then we come across to Uni's clock tower. This was initially, I think, going to be his base. Do you ever play Ragnamod this smooth? It is super laggy for you. Yeah, this is how we played Ragnamod the entire playthrough. The only dragon that don't get attacked every other day, right? Yeah, I mean, it's not... I know it's on a server that my friends set up, and I know it's a pretty big, beefy server, but I also have a pretty beefy computer. I've got a pretty good graphics card, and I give it a lot of RAM. I give it, I think, like 12 gigs. And I also have a Ryzen 9 CPU. I've got, the Ryzen 9 5900 12 core, and I've got a 3060. So I've got a pretty beefy computer to run some of the stuff. But Uni's tower turned out pretty cool. It's supposed to be able to tell time on the server, but I think with TPS issues, it doesn't tell time correctly. But it still looks pretty cool. Hold on, my dad's texting me. Very good. He's just checking in. All right. Oh, let's close the door. Close the door. All right, so then we come down to the far west side of Spawn. So this is where kind of we have some tables set up for like the summer festival that was going to happen that I think we totally forgot about. Here's another shop by Katiana. This was the first shop she set up for RGB honeycomb, so if you needed it for dye, you can come here and take that. Naga set this up for villager trading, but they all eventually turned into witches or zombies. Ow, I just bit my tongue. Ow. Here is the Jelly Baby shop that I set up for XP. You can come in, so like if you die and you lose your XP, you can come in here and grab all the XP Jelly Babies that you ever need or want. And then Kadiana set this up for all of your fluids. Once she got to the end game and got the creative fluid tanks, she filled up black hole tanks with every single fluid. And then this is cool to where, like, say if someone was sitting in there, it's a dunk tank. See if we can hit the bullseye. If we hit the bullseye, it drops the trap door and the person falls into the water. It was pretty neat. Then we'll come over here. Here's another shop by Kadiana that was upgraded by Shifter for totems. So early on, people got a lot of totems from killing the cyclic mobs, or one of the mobs, I don't know, the shiny mobs, where you can get totem abilities from. So we had extra ones there. And then this is the nursery that District set up for essence, everything mystical agriculture. So he's got his crafting cloches here for all of his stuffs and anything that he needed here. Oh, this is where he was getting the cherry peaches from. Yeah, that was a pain to make. And here is the forge. This is something that I used a lot through this playthrough. This turned out really cool. So we have the Tinker's Forge set with Blaze Blood from the spawner here. But also it's hooked up with Create. So there is like grinding wheels that can grind stuff up and then wash it, so you can do the ore doubling / tripling. It's all self-sustaining. There is back here seaweed, kelp that gets compacted into the blocks to go for the furnaces. So this is really cool. Like, this took them a lot of time to make. And it's even got the to make plates back here. So this was like really cool. I mean, he put a lot of work into this. And like I said, I use this a lot throughout the playthrough, mostly for this and this, for the crusher wheels. Yes, and a Kumidori use it to make the dough. Yes, true. And then now we'll get to... Dad, I'm busy. Leave me alone. Alright. But then again, I normally don't stream at this time, so he doesn't think that I'm streaming. Alright, so this is District's base. A large base. He did really well. So you come in, you walk in through the gates. It's still a work in progress. It's not finished. So we'll start off up over here, because this is one of the first things that he made, was the Eidolon Tower. Come up here. And go upstairs. And this is where he made all the Eidolon magic. This is really cool. Like his altar looks better than mine. Oh, there's a stone altar. I didn't know you could do the stone one. Mine's a wood one. I'll have to upgrade it next time. But it's really neat. I like the way that turned out. He made this by hand. This isn't like a tower that he took over, kind of like the other one. What comes down here? Oh, nothing. Maybe there was supposed to be something else downstairs. And then we got astral sorcery out here. So he's got all the towers. Looks really cool. I like how these are floating. I thought they had to be closer, but apparently they don't. And then he's got his big tower over there. We'll get to that. That's the automation for astral sorcery. In this pack, you can automate it through this guy, which is all the city marble, which looks freaking cool. Had to have an area to kill mobs for the soul shards or whatever. Yeah, true. That could be down there. I know mine was set up right next to my base. But he might have closed it off for like TPS issues or something. And this is back area. I think this over here was the kitchen. Yep, kitchen area. Like, he always goes all out with decorating. Like, look at this shit here. Like, the campfires with the steel catwalks to make it like a grill. That's a cool idea. I would have never thought of that. That is freaking cool. I'm going to steal that idea too, District. I'm sorry. Then you come out here to the garden. You got the greenhouse area with the raised beds. This just looks really neat. Close the doors. Don't need rats getting in. And then this is his sub puppy area where all the sub pups are. So anyone with District that gets a 9-month sub gets a sub puppy. This is just too cool. I've never really walked completely through his entire base. Oh, he's got like an amphitheater area, like outside theater. This is cool. So you can come up here and like put on a play. Be like, la, come up here and sing or put on a show. That's pretty cool. What's over here? I am probably not doing this justice, so I know once District gets done, he'll do an official world tour of his base. Y'all definitely have to go and watch him explain things way better than what I'm doing. Because he knows what everything is. I don't know everything. But, so as you can see, like I mentioned earlier, Cake kind of played a reoccurring role through this playthrough. And kind of what started it all was for District's birthday. I filled his floor here with cake. From here all the way, I think, to about here with cake. And then as soon as he got done with that, Captive Gamers filled his walls with cake. And he's almost done eating them all. Yes, cake from the bees. Exactly. So again, you can blame me for starting the cake. I guess it's not a grief. We're not grieving his base. We're just making him better. Yes, bees are quite OP. You contributed 1 cake after Kumidori's wedding. Yeah. Then you come down to his processing area where he's got all of his machines. And then another prank by Captive Gamers that took District a while to figure out was his carpet. Captive carpeted his whole area down here. And it took a while for him to figure that one out. That was kind of funny when you saw it, because I think he broke through a wall because he was looking for like his cable room, and he saw it. It was kind of funny. But then here's his immersive area where he's got like his farms, the immersive stuff. Yeah, oh, you didn't find it until he fell through the ceiling. Yeah, that's right. And then I like the way he's got this kind of set up going through here, because these are the HV cables to where, like, if you touch it, like, you get electrocuted. He's got a coker. Again, block rendering issues because of the EMC makers. And this is his arc furnace. So this is what the inside of an arc furnace looks like, if you're curious. Just been watching his VOD on immersive engineering to help you with it, where, yeah, he's good at immersive. But this is what the inside of an arc furnace looks like, apparently. I don't want to break it, Heavy Navy. That's the arc furnace, Kariana. If you look in the tooltip up here, arc furnace. So this is what it looks like. Just a heads up for anyone that plays this, the EMC makers cause some block update issues for when they're in or near around the same chunk as the EMC makers. And this is one of the issues. Here's a sawmill. See, as you can see, these blocks are kind of all broken in a way, but not. Like, they'll still work. It just doesn't look like they work. Oh, the cable. Oh, yeah, I can touch the cable. I'm invincible. See, it'll hurt me, but that's surprising that it actually does damage. So even with my mecha suit, which my mech suit makes me invincible to anything. Apparently anything but HV cables. Good to know. Alright, so I think that's the majority of his base. Because his base was kind of all spread out through spawn, which was really cool. I thought we could get a little spark out of it. No. Unfortunately not. So I think that's it. Oh, well, we've got this guy up here. This is his automation for the, like, the sphere of all things, black iron stuff. So from a distance, this kind of looks like a lighthouse, which looks really cool. And here is the EMC makers that I was talking about. So it's kind of in the same chunk as the immersive stuff. And as you can see, he is far into the EMC making. Hashtag spoilers. I don't know if that's on his stream or not. Oh shit, I totally forgot about some of my stuff. Alright, so let's go here. So this is my supposed to be my secret mechanism base, right? So again, going with the secret military theme. So like someone is just kind of, you know, ignore the lights, but if someone's just kind of going by on a boat, they just see kind of a non-discrete, you know, dock here, like, oh, there's nothing here, nothing to be concerned about. You know, again, you can't see those guys. The bamboo forest is supposed to be thicker, but truly this is the military secret power plant that is running their entire base. So we come here. First off, let's make it daytime. There we go. So out here, we're bringing in the water through the hose pulley from Create. So we have infinite water. Die. And that goes right into our thermal evaporation controllers to make our brine and lithium, which are down here. And the reactor that I made, which you'll see below as we go further down, I did a sodium cooled reactor for mechanism, which was the first time I did that. So we're splitting off the brine into sodium and chlorine. Add some monkeys to take over the base. Yeah, there are monkeys in this pack. We could go chimpanzees. So we got the lithium to make the lithium dust. And this was to make salt, which we needed the other day. Then we come down here. So this is kind of the control center for what's down below. So there's, as a hint, we kind of have the rad suits here, so you know that there is potential radiation below. So as you can see, we have a bunch of reactors down here. So we have our nuclear reactor, our fission reactor here. This is running smoothly. I do have to say, though, this did blow up once through this playthrough, so this is the second one that I built. So as a hot tip, do not let, if you are doing this way with the turbine, with the sodium cooled, if you're not trashing your water, you're pushing it through to here to make power, do not let your turbine back up with power, because then it'll back up with steam and then it shuts off. When that happens, this will back up and stop working, which will then cause this to stop working properly and cooling it off, and when it does, it goes kaboom. And when it goes kaboom, it makes a decent hole in your base, which we learned. So I ended up trashing the power on this for the longest time, because even this like filled up, like 140 T of RF filled up. We have our normal mechanism reactor down here, using the heat to the boiler to this turbine, which is making 26 million RF a tick, which basically powers my SPS to make our antimatter. And then we have our extreme reactors, which is powering this stuff out here. And then we can go into our compact cubes. So this basically is the entire setup for our fissile fuel. I always like to build the mechanism stuff in a compact cube, because there's no way to make this stuff look pretty. You have to have pipes running every which direction, and it just looks freaking ugly. But we're taking the sulfur and making sulfur dioxide, and the sulfur, turning that into sulfuric acid, turning that into, mixing that with uranium oxide and hydrofluoric acid and the uranium to make uranium hexafluoride, which is getting turned into the fissile fuel. And then all that stuff's coming up here. We got a lot of stuff going on. This is making our antimatter. This is making our plutonium. Was making plutonium because we needed a couple of plutoniums for the playthrough. This was making the polonium pellets. And this was making our liquid ethylene, gas ethylene. Also, hot tip for those that don't know, don't try to sleep in a compact cube. I made that mistake and blew half of my shit up down here and had to redo it. It's just like sleeping in the nether. Your bed will blow up. So don't do it. And then we come into this one. This is where our radioactive gas, radioactive material is coming in to decay. So it comes into here. And then we can come into this one. And this is where we're making heavy water and splitting that off into deuterium for our mechanism reactor. So pretty neat. So we'll go back upstairs. So these are where the solar neutron activators, making the polonium and the tritium. So we have kind of our walkway down here to look at this highly radioactive stuff. So don't ever break that. Sir, I'm talking. Thank you. You too. You too. Goodbye. So these guys are just chilling up here. So again, it's meant to kind of be discreet. So no one can kind of see as they are, quote unquote, kind of driving by on their boat. And then once I got into environmental tech, I just put these guys out here to bring in my resources. Do I watch tutorials for all of this? Tutorials? No, I've just watched a shit ton of Minecraft playthroughs to where I watch other people do it and I learn from them. I learn the basic mechanics of watching and then I just kind of mess around with it and figure it out myself. To where, like, I don't really, honestly, I don't know how many hundreds of hours of Minecraft I've watched. Because I don't have cable TV. I just watch Twitch and YouTube all day. So, and mostly all I watch is Minecraft. So if I don't know, like, a mod or how to do something, I'll go and find a video to get the general idea of how to do it. And then I'll have to sit there and play around with it. Because you can tell me how to do something all day till you're blue in the face. I won't know how to do it till I do it myself. And I've played around, like, what happens if I do this, or if I do that, or I do this, or do I do that? Because that's kind of what we did in Chroma 2, like with some of the Galactic Craft stuff, because there wasn't quests for some of the items. So I'm like, hey, what happens if you do this, or you do that, or do this, or do that? You know, if I connect this block to this, what does it do? That kind of deal. Yeah, you forget straight after watching the playthroughs. Exactly. Now, I do have to say, when I was playing some vanilla stuff, I had to watch like a step-by-step tutorial on how to do like some of the vanilla farms. Like I made a vanilla iron farm and a record farm in one of the vanilla servers that we have. I had no earthly idea how to do that shit at all. Because I don't play vanilla for the most part. And I just wanted to learn. I wanted a challenge. So I had to watch like a step-by-step for that. But like modded, like for the most part, I have a general idea of how to do something. I'll try to muck around with it. And then if I can't figure it out, then I'll go and watch another video or something. But this is my astral sorcery area. I liked this area because of the pretty trees. And we're like high up. So we've got the astral deal over here, making the starlight. But I really love the way this turned out. So we have all of this area. So we have our liquid starlight area here for the infuser. And then we have our max tier altar here, which we were doing this morning, making some of the final creative stuff here. Then we come down our path, and then we have the gateway here. I don't have another gateway set up, but I just thought it was cool because it goes dark. It looks cool, like the stars are around you. Then we continue down our path, and we come to our entombment altar, and then we have our observatory, and then we continue further down. If it's things that could go boom boom, I ain't gonna play around with it. Word. Yeah, that's why I haven't made the draconic reactor. Like, not the draconic ball, like the energy ball, but the draconic reactor, like that one. Like the one that I thought I had some of those in here because I had to make them earlier. This guy right here, the reactor core, I have not made that because I know like that one will go kaboom kaboom for reals. But this is the automation for astral sorcery. This is really cool too. All right, what other homes do I have? Britannia, no. Captive, crafter, no. What's crafter? Oh, that's just down there. End portal, flux, forge, guardian. What's that one? Oh, I guess a guardian farm. Okay. Like I forgot like all of this stuff. Alright, jungle, lava, mech, naga, another miner, another quartz, pillager, pump, soul sand, terracotta, trees, twilight rats, void ore miner, wart forest, witch hut. Okay. So we're good. Oh man, I got mining fatigue. Oh, let's get rid of that real quick. And we'll start going to visit some bases. Alright, so let's go to Kadiana's base first. Alright, well, Beans Potox is here. This is Potox's base. He got it started. He didn't play too much this playthrough. He was too busy with Raft and was having fun with that, with Surzin. But Potox is also a superb builder. And he was building kind of like a floating island thing. I enjoy watching his builds. Like this block palette is really nice. I know he had his bees in here. But that's about all I know about Potox's base. Yeah, bucket of milk. Yeah, you've seen that one go boom. Yes. Yeah, I think District is planning on making one and trying to make it go kaboom too. Alright, so City Hall. Alright, so we'll go to Captive Gamers because he's next on the list. So his base is pretty cool. It's kind of built on a mountain, on top of a mountain. Now his nether portal, this is like badass. Like the sword going into the nether. I think that's really cool. This was going to be, I think, his trophy room because he's got his trophies there. some of them. And then I think his storage room is below it. Yeah, storage room. Oh, he finally made the hammer. Nice. I know he was trying to do that the other day. Storage room. And this is all of his machines. He's really good at making stuff compact. What's over here? Oh, pneumatic craft. Like some of his parts of his base I haven't even been to yet. Yeah, self-care reminder again. We gotta make sure we take care of ourselves, chat. So we've been going for like 3 hours. Welcome back. Oh, here's his quantum compressors. Oh, there's blood magic. Nice. I think this is the first time I've gone through this much of his base. Oh, there's his reactor. Oh, cool. This is neat. So he's got his rainbow furnaces there, ender stuff there. Bloodware. Blood magic. His blood magic room. Let's see, is there another? No more down. Alright, so we'll go out. I'm sure he could do a better tour than I could. I'm not sure where most of the stuff is. He's got his astral out here, void ore miner, draconic ball. Oh, how did he get a black one? Look at that. So I guess is the color thing working? I did not know you can make them any color but white. Interesting. He's got some stuff down here. Like he's had a tree farm here. Create farms down here. So he's got food, kelp trees. There's his hopping bonsais. Miniaturization. Looks like mechanism over here. Woot off there. And then now we're getting in over to Sonic. And then here is Katiana's base. So Katiana and Captive live next door to each other. They have their Chaos Tea Time balcony to where they can come out here and have tea together and contemplate. Oh, what the hell? That's the first time I've seen that. It looks like it's crying blood. There's Brian Towers and stuff right there. Gossip about a terrorized district. What is this? Oh, this is his mob room. All right, so that makes sense now. Oh, that is funny. That looks neat. It's like it's crying blood. Oh, there's his EMC stuff over here. Okay. His EMC maker. So this is Katiana's main base. Petra 2. It's bald. Yeah, it does need some hair. Unless you consider the base like his ponytail. Abby Navy. You can think of it like a mullet going back behind him. But yeah, so now from your chaos seats, you guys can have tea and look at the guy crying blood with his big old mullet. uh, that is kind of funny. I'm sorry. So it's got our little desert oasis here too, where it's got some water and little plants. How does it? It's the desert breeze, gnarly. It's There's a big breeze blowing through the mountains here, and it's just blowing that long mullet in the air. All right, so there's her dimensional altar, void ore miners here, and here's her EMC room. So she's set up 4 as well, like I did initially. Come in here. This is environmental tech and power. So now Katiana is more of a hands-on crafter than an auto crafter. So a lot of her stuff she does manually. She does not set up a lot of auto crafting. Very hands-on, exactly. There's your Atlantis portal. Oh, I like that. That's a nice way of doing that. The basement has your auto crafting. Yeah, I know you started to try to get into some auto crafting this playthrough, but the majority of your stuff you did hands-on. So you got Ars Nouveau, your Quarkatron, there's your Quarkonium, Ender Gobber. So Katiana went with kind of like a Petra, kind of like Middle East build style this playthrough, which turned out pretty neat. Okay, so let's go back to Petra and check her basement. Oh, yeah, you've got a lot. Look at all the auto crafting. Wow. So she stepped up your game a little bit this playthrough. Pretty good. See, now you just got to work on next time. Make it prettier. Oh, here's upstairs. Yeah. Do need some paths. I think you have some paths going some of your places. None here. But I know there's some paths around. So what was this one? So this is Eidolon. I see everyone went with the stone altars. Like, I didn't know that there was one. I went with the wood altar. And then we have... There's your extreme reactors. What's this down here? Oh, that's your cows. I'll leave you two alone. Here's a path right here. So this was our first home. So then she moved to Petra 2. Where there's Skelly spawner in the basement. Oh, okay. And then this is the crafting room. This is Akumadori's work area where all of the crafting benches are to make all the cool things. The chess monster that never left. Yeah. Alright, so let's follow this path. kind of see where this one leads. All right, so I think this is the Psi building, home of the Psionic Woman. Yes. So this was where Katiana did Psi. Close the door. And this one, Pneumatic Craft. Oh, the Soulstone Cobble. That looks cool. Very interesting. All right, and then what's this one? RF Tools. So your Dimension Builder. And what was this one? Oh, this is Draconic. So you're a Draconic Crafter. Okay. There's your Immersive and Create stuff. This is Katiana's Trophy Room over here. So all of her trophies. Very nice. And her memorial to her friend, Jeff. Oh, Robin. I was close. Robin Goodfellow. Her friend passed away, so she made a memorial for him. Very nice. Astral Sorcery here. And we were here earlier today in our blood magic room because we were testing out why my freaking whatchamacallit, my ritual wasn't working, and we figured out because I didn't have the demon crystallizer there. Took us like 30 minutes to figure that shit out. And you have the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, I think is what this was called. I'm trying to remember everything. There's your miniaturization stuff. Mechanism building here. Yeah, the Blue Pyramid one was cool. Where's the door to get in, Katiana? Oh, here it is. Because you run out of ground space. Yeah. So this is Mechanism. So like I said, Katiana's hands-on. So everything was kind of hands-on here. I'll make sure to close the door. Powered by pink dye. Yes. And then the Mechanism stuff over here. Oh, and I forgot to mention, guys, this entire playthrough, I didn't make a single sink. None of the stuff that you saw that was powered by water was powered by a sink whatsoever. Everything was powered through Create, the Create water. I set myself a task to not use a sink this entire playthrough, and the only time that I made it, that I had to make it for cooking for blackheads, but other than that, none of my machines used a sink whatsoever. It was either a Create pump or a Mechanism pump. That was kind of neat. So this was her reactor, SPS, the lightning rod. I didn't make that. Thermal towers and solar. Your pink dye comment made me remember that I didn't use a sink. I think that's your entire base. As you can see, her base is pretty expansive over the entire desert. Oh, we got to go to the bee area, the bee sanctuary. We forgot that. So that's this way? No. Wait. This way. For the bees. Because her and Uni set up the bee sanctuary down here. where they had all their bees. The creative apiary was super OP. The creative centrifuge, super OP as well. What was this one? The ultimate factory, a 3-in-1 warehouse. Excuse me, sir. I'm talking. I don't think I did. I don't recall where your Britannia is. Is that down here? Is this the Britannia area? Because I know it's not in the desert. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go south. And go check out Britannia. Yeah, I think your base is probably the most widespread one of anybody on the server. I kind of forget where everything is. All right, so here's Britannia. Nice, compact. Very nice. Oh, it's a cute little building. Little hut to cover your water. And then your guardian battle area. And this is where you did the ritual for Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. Very nice, very nice. All right, so that was Potox, Captive Gamers, and Kadiana. So let's go to Naga's base. So Naga got done pretty quick because he's really good at Minecraft. Yeah, I think I thought those were captives. But let's fly in and load in Naga's base. Like, Naga's really good at doing things. Finish fast, but different. 100% it. Word. So here's Naga's blood magic. Oh, you could do these upside down? What ritual is that? Interesting. Woot, of course. I didn't know you could do one above it. Huh. I'll have to look into that. I like his base set up here. This is cool. So let's see. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21. So he almost 100%ed it. There's the EMC maker. See, he was doing the integrated dynamics for this. Like, this stuff is like way over my head. I don't know how to work with like MPT data, but I think Naga's like a real life coder. So he understands that shit. I don't. Create. This is cool. Oh, he did more than one side. I didn't think to do that. He never did integrated dynamics all the way. Yeah, I got lost. I don't understand that shit at all. Why are you flashing? Are you losing health? He must be losing health or something. So that's Naga's island. He's got a lot of solars. He's got like 3, 4 shit. And then I think the last one is Shifter's Island. So Shifter's base looks really neat too. I like this. It makes it look almost like a swimming pool. So he's got his create stuff here, but this is really neat. It's kind of like almost like a multi-story building but underground. The way it's kind of set out like this. I think that's pretty neat. Oh, anti-block. Oh, that's cool. So it looks like it's the void below it. That's neat. I know Shifter didn't finish everything, but he got... Oh. Apparently there's an elevator there. I didn't even see it. Yeah, that was a great effect. That is cool. Alright, so let's go up. So we've got cloches up here. Looks like he was building into a mine shaft. So he got automation back here. Shifter's also a pretty good builder too. Like some of the worlds that some of the bases that he's made has been really cool. Like this looks neat as hell. Like his bees. Oh, with the ethereal glass, so you can walk in easily. I didn't think about that. And setting those, that's cool. Definitely a good idea. Alright, so we're back where we started. Alright, so these are like the little guards. That's cool for Britannia. This is... Oh, look at all these... look at all these mana pools. Holy shit. It looks like Ars Nouveau. Power, extended crafting, intercrafting, mystical agriculture. What else is down here? Wonder what this was for. Eidolon. Mob farm of some kind. Again, I'm not doing these justice whatsoever, but storage, crafting, tinkers. There's a blaze blood. I like this design. That's cool. What's that? Void anti-block. That anti-block looks cool as hell. And then laser miner, wither milker, mob farm, latex. And I went into Britannia. Yeah, so I think that's everything. And here's Shifter's trophies. So he got through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He got through 14. That's not bad. It's about halfway. Because there's 30? 30? 30 trophies, I think. $30 plus 31 to beat the creative stuff. So that is everything, guys. So let's go. I want to make it nighttime again real quick because I really liked how we ended our last stream with some fireworks. The fireworks that Katiana made. So I made some more. So let's go up here and we'll end the World Tour stream with some more fireworks. Because I made some more. So are we ready? Because like I made a lot. Well, let's wait for it to be nighttime. Hurry up. Get dark. But yeah, so this has been one hell of a playthrough. It's been 7.5 months. Um, 7.5 months of playing. Because our first stream was January 8th. We've put in 400 hours, roughly, right? Yeah, 16.63 days. So that's roughly 400 hours. Making the colored bubbles easier than you thought, yeah. So it was a good pack. Say out of a 10 scale on being fun, I'd give it probably an 8. I truly enjoyed playing this pack. I enjoyed the gating, to where you could kind of see the gating here, to where you couldn't just rush through to everything. Like, you had to go through certain mods to get into other mods. Like this chain right here. Like, you couldn't just go straight to mechanism to get this, or you couldn't go to thermal. You know, you had to go through all of this stuff. So it was really nice, I thought. Well done. The developers did a good job, I think, on that. Tons of fun, yes, especially playing with your friends. So overall, I give it like an 8 out of 10. Oh, I made some like tier 3s. Oh, they're not. Are they not going off? What? I guess mine were different than the ones that you made, Katiana. Mine are kind of like duds. Some of them are... they're just different. Like the ones Katiana made were like big... you made the blue small ball. Oh, that one made a Minecraft one. Like, some of mine are like tier 3, tier 1, and then regular ones. I did different kinds. I just couldn't see like the colored fire rockets. Fireworks. You can see these are fire rocket, flight duration 1, star shaped, and creeper shaped. Oh, that one. There's no crafting recipe for it. Oh. But you can't make it. How did you make it? It won't. Maybe it's hidden. Blue dye with gunpowder. Blue dye. Make me like a crap ton. And then gunpowder. Oh, these have EMC? No, they don't. All right, hold up. Hold up. Duration 3. So we'll keep you. We'll keep the creeper shape. No, creeper. Creeper, creeper, creeper. So boop, boop, boop. All right, so how about green dye? Maybe we can make different colored ones. Hold up. We are changing things up on the fly, guys. So let's try that. And then gunpowder. Will this make green? Oh, it does. And then how about red dye? Red dye. And then gunpowder. I'm gonna try to change the size of the star. No, you're good, you're good. Now, so how do I craft those? So I bet you, let's go paper and then gunpowder. Haha! So there's a stack of those, a stack of those, and a stack of those. So boop, boop, boop. Add firework charge. I don't need that. We'll just go like this. There we go. There. And now we have fireworks. Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to have a fireworks show. There we go. So now he came for the fireworks. Well, too bad. Sorry. So as we end the stream, end the pack, end the world tour, I would just like to say thanks again to everybody that's sat through my streams, hung out with us, commented, all that fun stuff. Go check me out on YouTube because, you know, all of my VODs go there. I put the link in Discord. Make sure to give a follow on Twitch if you like what you see. Give a follow on YouTube. Go subscribe. And be sure to come back tomorrow. Because tomorrow we are starting a new pack. We are starting E6E, guys. Enigmatica 6 Expert. I'm not sure what time I'll start streaming tomorrow. Might do a morning and afternoon stream, depending on how things go. But check the links in chat for my Discord. Also, go sub to District's Discord because I post there as well. Because new pack hype, I'm ready to start that. I'm also ready to kind of have my birthday because my birthday's tomorrow, the greatest day of the year, and it's also my affiliate anniversary. It's my 1 year anniversary for being a Twitch affiliate, so it's kind of like a 3-for-1 fun day tomorrow. So come back and check us out. But as always, guys, I appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging out today, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.